I wanted to quickly jump on because something has come up recently for some buyers of mine. And with the spring market really springing and buyers going out there and looking at houses, I feel like this maybe needs to be addressed. And it is about our basically buyer contract. So if you are a buyer and are going to look at a property and you reach out to a real estate agent because you want to go look at this property, you have to sign a contract with that agent in order to see the property. Now, a lot of people just look at a contract, they don't read through it, they just sign it because they are so excited to go see this house. And what I want to tell you is pay attention. In a buyer contract, I wish if I was more prepared, I would have one printed out to show you. But in a buyer contract, there's a lot of spaces for an agent to fill in. And one of the spaces is how long the contract is good for. You really want to look at that and see how long you are getting into a relationship with a real estate agent for. The other thing you want to look at is what areas is this contract for? If you're just going to look at a house with an agent, you can absolutely just put the address of that property in there. And then if you buy that property, you're going to use that agent to represent you. That's all that means. That's kind of a big one, is what areas, because you're getting yourself locked into a relationship with a real estate agent and you may not be aware of just how broad that relationship is. The other thing that you want to look at is the contract still going to be in effect after you close on a property? If you buy a house, you're in a contract with an agent and the contract says something like, I'm going to represent you anywhere within this county if you buy a house. And if there's boxes that say, I will, this contract is void basically after you close on something, or this contract is not void after you close on something. If that box is checked and you're in a very broad contract and you just happen to go out and buy something else, or you want to go, I don't know, buy an investment property, whatever it is, you might still owe that agent some money. So it's really important to dive very deeply. I just saw this recently, and the buyer was grossly unaware of the contract they were in. And is that partly their fault? Absolutely. But it's also partly the fault of the agent, who should explain to the person they're representing exactly what they're signing. So buyer, be aware. Just be aware of what you're signing. Ask for it to be explained to you. Do not blindly sign something just because you want to go look at a house that you're interested in. That is my PSA for the day ahead of the spring market.